Hey everybody, welcome back to another tutorial video for Swingtradebot. As a reminder, I'm a subscriber, so some of the things that I do here you may not be able to do on the free version. So I was listening to CNBC's Fast Money tonight, and master technician Carter Braxton Worth was talking about the ugliness with restaurant stocks and other what we call experience stocks like casinos. And he gave some examples and he talked about the whole sector. And I decided, hey, I wonder if there's a quick way of investigating what's happening with Swing Trade Bot. And sure enough, there is. So I'm going to go in here and pretend that I don't know the sector of the stock that I'm interested in, but I know that I want to look at stocks in that sector. So the stock of interest is Wingstop, ticker WING. I type that in and I click on analyze. And you get a whole bunch of information here. I'm not going through these right now, but the main thing I'm interested in is of what sector is Wing in, because I want to see what's going on with these stocks. So I scroll down here. You can see the ugliness in the chart. I'll get into that a little bit more a little later. I scroll all the way down, and here's the classification. You can see sector consumer cyclicals, restaurants, and fast food. I'm going to go through at the middle of the hierarchy at restaurants, because again, that was the specific thing that was called out. So I click on restaurants, and because I'm in a bearish mode or mood, I am going to sort by the stocks that had the biggest drops. And that, of course, will immediately confirm just how bad things look. So as remember, you could just hover over the chart here and you could take a look. And yeah, that's okay. This is interesting. Cracker Barrel, this looks really bad. In fact, this has been bearish for a while. BLMN, I'm not familiar with that, but that's not bearish enough. It lost a lot today, but it's tapped the 50-day moving average, so it's not really a target yet. Carol's Restaurant Group, I don't know this one. It's not really bearish because you can see it's still kind of in an uptrend. And again, the moving averages, the red is the 50-day, and the blue line that's kind of in the middle of what we call the Bollinger Bands, which defines price volatility. That middle line is the 20-day moving average. There's no 200-day moving average on these charts. So anyway, again, that's a bad day, but the uptrend, the general uptrend as defined by the 50-day moving average, even the 20-day moving average, you can argue, is still in place. So it doesn't qualify as bearish. Now here is Wingstop. Oh my goodness, that is ugly as can be. You could see that blow off top out in May, and it has been just sinking since then. I mean, there's been some pops that probably shook some shorts out. I think Wingstop is a heavily shorted stock. I'm going to go to trading view and just take a quick look at Wing so I can use my cursor to show you some features of just how bad this chart looks. I've got the logarithmic scale here on the y-axis, and you can see the blow off top that was back in May for Wingstop, and the sellers just took over from there. This 50-day moving average was the first warning sign. Again, this bounce back probably shook out some shorts, but essentially the stock failed at the 50-day moving average as resistance. And now this is, if you're a short or a bear, you really want to go after the stock at this point when it fails after a breakdown, a rebound, and then a failure at an important moving average. You need to go after that. You even need to stick through this rebound here, because you can see it tried but failed. And now the sellers really got into this stock. Earnings, the stock pretty much survived. Sorry, this is August earnings, but now at this point, it's even more bearish with the 200-day moving average breakdown. And now today just confirmed that Wingstop is in a bearish mode. And this is even more telling here, which is the 50-day moving average and the 200-day moving average are converging as resistance. So even if the stock were to rebound, I suspect that it's going to hit resistance in this area. So I'm putting this on my bearish list. And I want to look for some other stocks in this group. So let me just keep going down the list here. So this is Wingstop. Play. Now, Play. Dave & Buster's, ticker symbol Play, is an interesting one. I think earnings are coming up and it looks bearish, but I wrote a post about Dave & Buster's in January about a lot of insider buying. And so I have been one to buy the dips in Dave & Buster's and then sell the subsequent rallies. I don't know whether that strategy is going to be good again here because I haven't kept up with the insider transactions. So I will, well, given earnings is coming up, I'll probably write a quick post on my blog, drduru.com/122, to catch folks up on what I think about this trade. So let's keep going down the list because I see some names that were mentioned on Fast Money. Shake Shack, oh, that definitely looks bearish. You can see the 50-day moving average breakdown earlier in August, and it is now confirmed with that fresh breakdown today. That was what, a 4.4% drop. We have Cheesecake Factory, that looks bearish. Eat or Brinker International, that looks bearish. Let's just go to one more page and just take a look at some more of these really bad looking stocks. I think you can see the patterns here. BJ's, Kava, which is a recent IPO. I wouldn't go after this just because of the recent trading history, and it's sure it had a bad day, but it's not really bearish unless you really want to be aggressive at chasing that downtrending 20-day moving average. And I think that's good enough for now. I think you get the point. So again, you can use Swingtradebot if you don't know the industry for a stock. You could come in here, type it in, go to that industry or the sector or even the subsector, and then find a bunch of cohort stocks from there to do your investigation. So that was the tutorial for today on Swingtradebot. Hope you enjoyed it. Please put any comments in the below the video, and I will get to them as soon as I can. Otherwise, you can check out more of my market narratives at drduru.com/122. See you next time.